Hi friends, how are you all doing today? Hope you had a nice weekend celebrating Yugadi and you ate neem and jaggery together. So indicating that we need to have both sadness and happiness equally in our life. Sometimes often, so the kids what they do is they take out the neem flowers and they just eat jaggery. But usually that's not the case in the real life. Okay, so we have to take both sadness and happiness equally in our lives. It means we need to have a balanced perspective in the life in order to achieve success. So why is it important to have balanced perspective? So there is some reason behind why there is a tradition of eating neem and jaggery together, indicating that we need to accept both negativity and positivity. In other words, we need to accept both sadness and happiness equally, bitterness and sweetness equally in our life. Why is it important to accept these two things? Main thing is because we can have our emotions in control. This is the main aspect of keeping in our mind in stability. And we'll have, as our mind will be stable, we won't overreact to anything. So we can have good relationship with our friends and families. And we can have clear vision. There won't be any vibrations or instability in our thinking capacity. So our mind will be more stable. And because of this stability, we can achieve more success. Okay, these are the reasons why we need, what are the advantages of having the balanced perspective. So now I am going to tell you how we can maintain balanced perspective and why life is always in balanced state. Okay, as we know, so let us take an example of cycling. So when people do cycling, it looks like it is balanced, but it is not balanced. It's always balance and imbalance working together. So when you pedal the bicycle, so there will be slight movement of the bicycle to the left and right, but it is imbalanced all the time, but looks like it is balanced. So even our life is similar to that. Take for example rope walking. So you might have seen in some villages, like in some exhibitions, the people walk on the rope. So if you see, they will have the stick, wider stick holding in their hands, and it's always moving up and down. So it means it's not stable. So they will not walk straight and their hands will be always wobbly. So this is the kind of life what we are leading every time. So it looks like there is instability, but there is stability in instability. We have to understand this concept. Okay. So now I will tell you, we have to accept both duality in our life, both positive and negative. We have to accept both success and failure. We have to accept both. Otherwise, we cannot grow. So always life will throw the challenges of negativity, of sorrow, of not achieving success, failures. All these things is life going to act on us. We need to have a balanced perspective, then we can go to the higher level. So always at every stage of life, we need this balanced perspective. Because if we lose the balance, if it becomes imbalance, then we will bring down to us from our success rate growth. Okay, so now I will give you some of the activities where it will help us to achieve the balanced perspective. So usually if you consider people who is very favorite to you, who you love you most, okay, so those people, we tend to ignore the negativity in them. Similarly, the people who we hate more, so we tend to delete the negative positivity in them. So if you don't like a person, you always tend to remember what is his negative points. And if you love somebody, if you like somebody too much, then you always tend to take the positivity or the things what you want from him or her. So this is how the brain will act, and according to situations, it will keep judging which is right, which is wrong, and this is a continuous process. So where is the point where we need to take the action? Okay, so I'm going to say you some activity where it will help you to maintain the balanced perspective. Okay, so write a table. You make a list of the people whom you like or whom you dislike. Okay, and you write the emotion towards this person. If you are hating one person, for example, you write name of the person and why you are hating. For your hatredness, what is the emotion that you are going to have towards this person? Maybe anger, jealous, and these kind of things. And you make two columns. What is the positivity of that, and what is the negativity of that? Okay, so what is, in other sense, what is the balanced perspective of that emotion, and what is the imbalanced perspective of that emotion? I tell you, all emotions are required in our life, but we need to balance them in a right way. So for each of the emotion, you write the name of the person, then the emotion what you have against that person, and with that emotion or feeling, what is the negativity, what is the balanced perspective, what is the imbalanced perspective, what is the positivity in that person or in that emotion, and what is the negativity in that emotion or in that person. Okay, and then you make a list, then you analyze what are the positive points, what are the negative points, and are you ready to accept both positive and negativity in that person? If yes, then you are in good relation with that person. For example, if you want to take your spouse, there is both negative and positive. You write down both negative and positive of that person. Okay, then you see, are you ready to accept a person as it is? So it has both negative, it is both positive. There is no any single person who is absolutely perfect or absolutely imperfect. It's like a balance. So we need to identify. Usually we tend to delete what we don't want, and we tend to retain only those things which we want or which we lack in that person, in ourselves. Whatever we lack in ourselves, we tend to see that in other person. That's how the relationship is going to build up. So these are the some aspects. If you are ready to accept that, then it means you are balanced at that level. Suppose, another example, you want to take some decision. Okay, in that decision, suppose, let me take my example of constructing a house, taking a building, taking a property. So I will write both positivity and also negativity. So what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of owning the house and constructing your own house? And you try to take down each and every point, and you analyze, are you ready to accept that? Are you okay with all those negative, positive points, advantages and disadvantages of having your own house? If you are okay, then you go for it. If you are not okay, then you need to reconsider your decisions. Okay, so this balanced perspective also help us to decide on something. So if you want to take up some career, so you note down what are the merits and demerits of that particular career, and are you ready to accept both of those merits and demerits? Then you take up that career. Okay, so this is one of the best examples. Good activity, wonderful activity. So do this activity for yourself. Maybe it could be for your relationship, it could be for your career, or it could be even for the health aspects. So if you want to take up something, some new venture, so you write both demerits and merits of that. You analyze what are the emotions you want to feel because of having that or not having that, and you accept both. Then you will be at a balanced state of mind. Okay, so these are some of the points that we need to consider to have a balanced perspective, and we already discussed what are the advantages of having the balanced state of mind. So we can achieve anything, we can have very good relationship with the people. Okay, we can grow faster in the career. So you will not overreact or you will not underreact. So you will think and then you respond at an appropriate way for every action or to a people or a environment that we are exposed to. So it's, as I said, life is like a ladder. So we need to balance and then go high. So we need to balance and then go high. So at every stage, this balancing is required in all aspects of life. That's how, this is the main idea behind having both bitterness and sweetness both in the life. So we need to take both equally. Then we can have success and we can achieve whatever we want in the life. Okay, this is the background. I wanted to everyone to inculcate this, practice this as a habit. So comment and like the video and let me know in comments whether it is useful for you, and you can also share it so that other people also will get used to that. Okay, take care, enjoy your day, have a nice day, see you in next video. Bye bye.